Mexican masked wrestler movies, an introduction. Flipping through the channels late at night, you might have come across one of these films on the Spanish language channels. You might have even enjoyed watching it despite not understanding the dialogue. Huh? I don't get it. Why does he wear a mask? And why does he fight villains? Whoa. I'm not here to explain lucha libre to you. While Mexican wrestling intersects with these films, that is another subject entirely. This is the world of the luchador films of the 50s, 60s, and 70s. Starring many different wrestlers, and in a diverse range of genres, these films all had something in common. Masked wrestlers having thrilling adventures with an overriding sense of fun. The entire genre was once very popular with Mexican audiences. There was something for everyone. Not only could you see lucha libre, but also action, science fiction, crime scene investigation, comedy,
¿Qué tal, Santo? ¿Qué tal? ¿Cómo le va? ¿Qué tal?
musical numbers, romance.
No lo hagas. Si en lugar de estar entrenando sigo aquí contigo, lo más probable es que lo pierda. Por eso escogí esta playa desierta.
And monsters. Lots and lots of monsters.
Pero tú sí lo estarás, Marta. O soy capaz de matarte. No lo dudes. ¡No! Oye mi música, Marta. En ella descubrirás mi verdadera alma.
Y el virrey de la Garza no ha cumplido el pacto que hizo conmigo.
El Santo is without a doubt the most famous masked wrestler of all. Known as the Silver Masked Man in the wrestling ring, El Santo climbed further fame in his own comic book series and as a film star. El Santo holds a status in Mexican culture that would equate to Superman or Doctor Who with English-speaking audiences. He's a national hero, loved and recognized by all. Starring in around 50 films, El Santo hit every genre possible, including horror flicks, westerns, science fiction spy adventures, Only 4 of El Santo's films were translated into English. Santo contra las mujeres vampiro, or Santo versus the Vampire Women, is one of his best-known films, even if he is renamed Samson for English-speaking audiences. The other 3 films translated into English were El Santo in the Wax Museum, El Santo vs. Dr. Death, and one of El Santo's first movies, Santo vs. the Zombies, or Invasion of the Zombies. Blue Demon was also a star of comics and films. A little rougher around the edges, Blue Demon had his share of adventures as well, but starring in only about half the number of films that El Santo did.
¿Una foto para qué?
Mil Mascaras was the man of 1,000 masks. His colorful costumes and frequent mask changes made him one of the most flamboyant luchador film stars. Quite the showman, Mil was always entertaining. El Santo, Blue Demon, and Mil Mascaras, the big three. Can you imagine if they all made a film together? Well, you don't have to imagine it, because they did. On several occasions, in fact. El Santo and Blue Demon teamed up in several films as well. And these may have been the main three luchador film stars, but there were many others. Even before El Santo and the others, there were a few luchador film movies starring characters like Neutron and Hurricane Ramirez. Then there were some oddities. The Demons of the Ring, Angel and Satan, starred in 2 films.
Por un momento me pareció como que se iba a desmayar.
No sería la primera vez contigo. Mira que estuviste rudo con él.
¿Qué te extraña? ¿Acaso no soy siempre así?
Superzan, who could fly, and Tinieblas, the darkness, also had several films. Then there were the wrestling women, Las Luchadoras. Obviously, having pretty women was a staple of many Mexican wrestler movies, but these movies featured beautiful ladies in the spotlight, and they kicked ass. Lorena Velazquez from Santo vs. Vampire Women takes her turn being on the side of justice. However, fans of the British series The Avengers may find the plot of the wrestling women versus the robot assassin hauntingly familiar. Let's take a look at the similarities. First, there's the robot assassin itself, who is very similar to the Avengers foe, the Cybernauts. Here, Peter Cushing programs the Cybernaut to assassinate its target using strange identification cards with biometric data on them. In this scene from the Wrestling Women movie, we see very similar cards being used to program the very similar looking robot. Compare with the Avengers, the Wrestling Women. These 2 characters are clearly Mexico's answer to Emma Peel and John Steed. Even the costume and hair seemed intended to evoke an image of Emma Peel. While sometimes derivative of other films and genres, these Mexican films are hugely entertaining in their own right. This little introduction barely scratched the surface, and I hope you do some investigating of your own. Adios! Hey, wait, aren't I that kid from the beginning of the documentary? No, I'm really confused. Blue Demon! Ah!